The sky burned with the dying hues of twilight as Arius stepped onto the ancient riverbank. The wind carried whispers, echoes of those who had crossed before him. He pulled his tattered cloak tight, gazing upon the black waters stretching endlessly before him. The river of passage, the line between the living and the dead. He had come too far to turn back now. His footsteps stirred the bones scattered across the shore, remnants of those who had failed. Legend spoke of the Guardian, an eternal sentinel who judged those who sought passage. Some begged, some fought. Few succeeded. A rumble rose from the depths, and the river began to churn. From the mist emerged a towering figure, neither man nor beast, forged from darkness and moonlight. Hollow eyes peered into Arias's soul. "You stand at the threshold," the Guardian's voice echoed like stone grinding against stone. "What do you seek?" Arias straightened. "Passage?" The Guardian circled him like a predator. "The river does not suffer the unworthy. Why should you cross?" His heart pounded, but his voice remained steady. "I seek my sister. She was taken by the curse of this river. I will not leave her to wander in the dark." The Guardian let silence hang between them before finally speaking. "Then prove your worth." The waters stirred violently, and the river reshaped itself. Forms rose from the depths, twisted shadows with sunken eyes, their whispers filled with sorrow and malice. They were the lost souls, the cursed ones, those who had attempted to cross but had been claimed instead. A voice, fragile and familiar, carried on the wind. "Arius." His breath caught. "Eliara." He scanned the writhing forms, searching. There, her form barely visible among the damned, her silver hair matted, her once bright eyes clouded. Arius surged forward, but the Guardian's massive hand blocked him. "She is beyond your reach, unless you break the curse." He clenched his fists. "Tell me how." The Guardian's hollow gaze pierced him. "The river's curse is bound by sacrifice, blood given freely, willingly." Arius exhaled slowly. "Then take mine." A low growl rumbled from the Guardian. "Not just yours?" A single, jagged blade materialized between them. The Guardian gestured toward the writhing figures. "To free one, another must take their place. Choose." Arius' chest tightened. The souls reached for him, pleading for salvation. Strangers, warriors, innocents. Each had a story, a life, a fate stolen by the river's hunger. His hands trembled as he turned to Alira. She met his gaze, sorrow and love mingling in her broken expression. "No," she whispered, "not like this." His soul ached, torn between duty and love. The river lapped at his feet, cold as the grave. A choice. A curse. A sacrifice. A sudden cry echoed across the river. A child no older than 5 clung to the shadows, eyes wide with fear. His mother reached desperately for him, their fingers just short of touching. Arius gritted his teeth, then turned to the Guardian. "Take me. Let them go." The Guardian loomed over him, silent. Then, slowly, it extended the blade. Arius grasped the hilt, steel biting into his palm. He knelt, pressing the tip to his chest. A sharp breath. A heartbeat's pause. Then, movement. A flash of silver. Elira's hands wrapped around his, halting the blade. Tears streaked her dirt-stained cheeks. "No, we cross together." A gust of wind howled through the valley, carrying the weight of forgotten souls. The Guardian's gaze shifted between them, unreadable. The river roared, rising in fury. A beast denied its feast. Then, stillness. The Guardian reached forward, Pressing its clawed hand to Arias's forehead, a searing heat coursed through his veins. A deep voice rumbled within his mind. "Your sacrifice is seen. Your bond is unbroken." The waters stilled. The lost souls dissolved into mist. The curse broken. The guardian stepped aside. "Go." Arias and Elira clasped hands and stepped into the river. The water no longer clung to them like chains. The current carried them forward, toward the unknown, toward the next life. And as the mist swallowed them whole, the last river crossing was complete. But the river was not yet silent. The guardian turned its hollow gaze toward the shore, where another figure lingered, a weary traveler watching from the shadows. The cycle never ended. The river always called, and as long as the living sought the lost, the guardian would remain. Beyond the mist, Arias felt his body grow light, his limbs no longer burdened by pain. Elira's fingers tightened around his. "Do you remember when we were children? The old stories?" she whispered. He smiled faintly. "Father told us that beyond the river lay the city of stars. Do you think it's true?" She exhaled, her breath warm against the cool night air. "We'll find out soon enough." A light shimmered ahead, distant yet familiar. A golden glow, unlike the eerie silver of the cursed river. For the first time since their journey began, Arias felt hope. But behind them, in the world of the living, the river's whispers remained. Another soul would come. Another sacrifice would be made. The guardian's vigil was eternal. The cycle was never ending. And the last river crossing was never truly the last.